All right, guys, day 30, part two. So, this is why I think you should stop listening to online gurus who are trying to sell you a course on how to make money online through a specific business model. Okay? Uh, Keep in mind that very specific last line through a specific business model. Okay? So, skills are forever, business models are not. Okay? Skills are assets that no one can take away from you. Business models, on the other hand, can become outdated. They can become oversaturated. They can become, uh, well, what's the word for it? Okay, I forgot the word. But the point is, business models are temporary. What worked 10 years ago will not work today. What's working now will not work in 10 years' time. So the point is, in order for you to actually create a long-lasting wealth or income, you need to do something that very, very few people are doing. You need to do something that ideally has a high barrier to entry because you'll have less competition. You need to go against the norm and do something that almost no one does or almost no one knows about. That's what's going to make it easier for you to actually succeed in whatever it is that you're pursuing. I know that a lot of you are probably attending the digital renaissance that Iman Gadji is holding, and I'm not saying it's a bad event. I think it's great. I think he's putting out a lot of valuable information, and I think he also has a good course. I mean, I'm not promoting it or anything, but I have been following Iman for a long time, and from what I can tell, at least, it's genuinely a good chunk of information. But just have that expectation in your mind. Courses are not like a magic ticket to achieving what you want. They just curate information, right? All this information, all the information that you're going to find in his course, if you buy it, is available for free online on the internet. And more importantly, all of the information, no course, nothing on the internet can teach you better than personal experience. Okay, I'm documenting the things that I've learned based on my personal experiences alone. Yes, I've done some research occasionally through YouTube, through mentors and whatnot, but most of it is just from personal experience. I don't have to research or write or look at articles or studies or anything like that when I'm scripting any of my videos because I'm writing about everything from personal experience. All right, so anyways, the reason why I think you should stop listening to people teaching you how to make money online, at least if they're trying to sell you a course on it, is because one, they're going to be heavily biased to that method that they're selling the course about, and two, is because it's going to become very, very saturated very quickly. Okay, people have now caught on to the whole drop shipping thing, and it's hyper competitive. Same thing with SMMA and running Facebook ads for people. It's getting hyper competitive. All right, things will only continue to get more and more competitive as more people get to know about them, and that's the point. If you're watching an advertisement that an online guru has put up teaching you how to make money in this way, or with this business model, or with this side hustle, or with this hack, that means millions of other people have probably seen that advertisement too, which means that you're going to have millions, and I probably out of the millions of people who've seen it, and most of them aren't going to take action on it. But let's say at least 10,000 to 100,000 people actually take action and actually start doing that. That's a lot of competition. Okay, that's like 100,000 individual agencies that you're likely competing with a similar offer or a similar service, because they're all marketing services at the end of the day, and you're just trying to get your clients more money. And so yeah, even though you might use different means like email marketing or content marketing or social media management or Facebook advertisements or TikTok advertisements or YouTube advertisements or SEO, like whatever it is that you choose to do, at the end of the day, the actual result that you're getting for the client is getting them more leads or getting them more customers essentially. And so if it's the same thing that every agency is offering at the end of the day to the client from the client's perspective, because they don't care how you actually do it. All they care is that you get the result that for them that they were promised by your offer. And so at the end of the day, if you have this many agencies competing for a pool of clients and you're all offering the same thing, what's going to happen? Only the very best of the best are going to get clients. Only the very best of the best are going to succeed. Now, I'm not saying that you can't succeed with these business models. You certainly can, but the point is you should keep in mind that they are extremely, extremely saturated, that they're very competitive, and that you're much better off pursuing an opportunity that has a high barrier to entry so that you have almost no competition. This is why, you don't see, billion-dollar companies and the industries they're in getting saturated per se, because they have very high barriers to entry. Right? It's not easy to start a company like that. It's not easy for anyone to just, start it in a week from their mom's basement. Okay, it definitely takes a lot more effort and skill and time and energy. And now I'm not saying that you shouldn't start a business, that you shouldn't try, that you shouldn't, pursue an agency of some kind, or drop shipping or whatever. I think if you pursue any opportunity like this, you'll learn a host of valuable skills, and but that's all you should really expect from it. Okay, yes, you can try to make it successful and make a lot of money through it, but at the end of the day, it's going to be very, very competitive. And so what you should really focus on first is developing the skills necessary in order for you to create income, in order for you to actually grow something of large scale value. Think about Iman's software company. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but I think it's called Agency Flow or something. So what through this event, the Digital Renaissance, he's basically created this genius marketing funnel wherein he's going to collect hundreds of thousands of emails. Then he's going to follow up with you guys to get you to sign up for his agency course navigator or whatever. And then once you go through his courses, right, you now have your own agency. He's also going to sell you on using his software to manage your agency, and that's where he's going to make the most amount of money. Software, okay, because technology is something that can be automated. You can remove yourself from a technology company entirely, which means that it can be sold, which means that you can make an exit, and that's the company he's probably going to sell for hundreds of millions of dollars. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing what he's doing. I think it's genius, and I think pretty much anyone would do it if they were in the same position as him. But that's something that you should keep in mind. All right, the things with the highest barriers to entry are the things that you will have the highest probability of finding success with, assuming that you have the skills necessary to pursue those avenues. And so focus on developing skills, and then you'll be able to pursue any opportunity you want, even the ones that have high barriers to entry, and that'll make it so that you don't have as much competition. And so just keep that in mind. That's something that I've learned from my experiences trying a ton of different business models, because every single time I try a new one, I find out, oh shit, this is a lot harder than I thought, or I find out, oh shit, there's so many people doing this just like me. And so either you figure out a way to differentiate yourself, or you just focus on getting the skills necessary to pursue something that has a higher barrier to entry, and then use that as your vehicle to financial success. So anyways, that's all I've got for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.